Welcome, dear learners. Welcome to the lecture series on financial management. Dear learners, in the last session, we have discussed the concept of IRR, formula to calculate IRR, and also the decision criteria. In today's session, we learn how to apply the formula and solve the IRR using a small problem. So, what are you waiting for? Let us learn how to calculate IRR. Now we have a question here. Let us go through the question first. A project expected cash flows are as follows. Years are given and CFAT is given. Years, the length of the project is 5 years and cash flows are given. See, in the years row, you can see 0. 0 by 0 we mean that it is investment because cash outflow. It is cash outflow, and rest 1 to 5th year is cash inflow. We in the basic concepts on capital budgeting we have understood that for the cash outflow time period T is equals to 0, and for the cash inflow time period T is equals to 1 to nth year. So by 0th year we mean that it is investment. It is very simple. Now calculate the IRR. Calculate the IRR if the required rate of return is 10%. See, here one point you need to note, the required rate of return, whatever is given in the question, you should not use in case if you are applying IRR. So the note point is you should never use the required rate of return what is given in the question when you are solving or when you are evaluating the proposal using IRR method. The reason is you need to, in case of IRR, we will be using some interpolation formula to determine a rate, and we will be using that rate to solve or to get the internal rate of return. So let us proceed and learn how to calculate IRR. So when you are calculating IRR, the first step you need to do is you need to calculate a fake payback period, that is calculation of fake payback period. Now what is fake payback period? Formula. So we have a fake payback period formula, that is investment by average CFAT. My investment is 50,000. It is given in the question. Average CFAT, you know, average, we know how to calculate average. CFAT total divided by number of years, I got 18,000. So 50,000 divided by 80,000, it is 18,000, that is 2.77. So most important here, I got the fake payback period is 2.77 years. So I need to, the next step after calculating the fake payback period is I need to select a rate. The second step is selection of rate, because we will not be using, I said the note point that we will not be using the required rate of return given in the question for solving IRR. We will be determining our own rate. So this is what is the process of determining the rate. In the first step we have calculated a fake payback period where we have we got 2.77. so with that I am going to determine the rate. Now how to select a rate? So go to the A4 table. For selection of rate always you need to use A4 table. Make a note of it. So in the A4 table the length of the project is 5 years. So in the A4 table for the 5 years you need to check where this 2.77 falls. So that percentage you need to take it. So let us do it. For 5 years 2.77. So let us check in A4 table. So here is A4 table. So you can see for 5 years in the 5 years column, so it is 4 point till it is 4. So I am looking for 2.77. So see, still 3. So here you can see in the 24% column for the 5 years I got 2.745. So I am choosing this rate. So come back again. So that is the reason. So for in the A4 table for 5 years 2.77 falls in 24% column. Now, once you have determined this rate, you need to calculate the present value of CFAT. So I took years, I took CFAT. Now 24% I will be using, not the required rate of return what is given in the question. So this is what 24% in. Now this rate, for selection of rate you will be using A4 table. For PVIF calculation you will be using A3. Make a note of this point also. So for PVIF you will be using A3 A3 table. So you should look into A3 table. So let us do this exercise also. Go to A3 table, 24%, 0.86, 0.866, 0.650, 0.524, 0.423 and 0.341. So the for 5 years I am taking these values in the A3 table. So I have made it. Then I have calculated the present value of CFAT. So the value, when I have calculated the present value of CFAT is 45,685. See, you need to compare this value with the investment. What is my investment? My investment is 50,000 rupees. But this value is less than 50,000 rupees. That means when I have tried at 24%, I am getting a value which is less than my investment. Now I need to find a value which is more than my, I need to try at a rate which results in a figure which is more than my investments. That is, my investment is 50,000. By trying at 24%, I got 45,685, which is less than my investment 50,000. Now I need to try at a rate, at such a rate, so that my PV of CFAT will be more than 50,000. So there is small logic in using the rates. So the logic is, now when you were trying at 24%, you got this thing, 45,685. So here in case of rates, if you increase the rate, if you try at higher rate, if you try at the higher rate, the CFAT, PV of CFAT goes down, and if you try at lower rate, the PV of CFAT increases. So a small logic, when you try at a higher rate, the value goes down. When you try at lower rate, the value increases. So now I am having already a value which is less than 50,000, my investments, when I tried at 24%. I want a value more. If I want a value more, I need to try at lower rate. So on an average, see, there is a difference of 5,000 difference from 50,000 to 45,000. So I have took 19% so that I can get something, some value more than 50,000 rupees. So I have tried again by taking the A3 table values. I have tried this 19%. So I have got PV of CFAT, so this into CFAT. So I got PV of CFAT. I have totaled it. Now I got a value which is more than 50,000. So at 25, when I tried at 24%, when I tried at 24%, I have a value which is less than my investment. When I tried at 19%, I have a value which is more than my investment. Now this is sufficient for calculating IRR. So I have listed here the ingredients. The lower rate I have tried is 19%, the higher rate is 24%. I want delta R. Here in the formula I want delta R, so RH minus RL, that is 5. PV of CFAT at lower rate, that means at 19, when I tried at 19%, my present value of CFAT was 51,705, and at higher rate 45,685. So I got these figures, 45,685. Now I want to calculate my delta P. So delta P or delta PV. So PV of CFAT at lower rate minus PV of CFAT at higher rate will result in my delta PV. So that is 6020. Now I have a formula. IRR is equals to RL plus, RL means lower rate, plus PV of CFAT at lower rate minus PV of CO divided by delta P into delta R. So lower rate is 19%. So I took 19 plus PV of CFAT at lower rate 51,705, PV of CO, that means my investment 50,000, delta PV, so 51,705 minus 45,685, that is coming to 6020 into 5. So I have substituted the things, simplified it, so the IRR is 20.4. So this is how we calculate the IRR. So, dear learners, this is the most simplest way to calculate IRR. So I have given for your understanding, and you can download this table values whatever we have used. The link for the table values is given in the description box. So we'll be coming up with the next problem soon. Till then, good day, goodbye.